G'day, Lockie here again with Full Lock Adventures, another YouTube video for the RCs. Been at my sister and her husband's place over the weekend, and it's amazing you start talking about RC cars and the way other people have got one and they've had no time to fix. So he's actually given me his old one to fix up, and I'll fix that up and get the parts organised. Show you what it is now. I haven't even opened it up, it's still in the box, so see what he has sent. Here's his car. This is how it was presented to me. It's been in his shed for a long time, so he hasn't done anything with it. So I don't even know what model it is. Let's have a look together. All I know is that it's a nitro, and the steering servo doesn't work anymore. He hasn't had it running for several years. So as you can see, the plastic bag was all perished. So I'm guessing that must, no, that's the receiver. Steering servo there, it must be cooked. So I've got spare servos there I can change out, clean it up and get it running and see if I can get it back to him. He said the tyres might need replacing too, they look like slicks. And also in this box here, some spare parts. Fuel that'd be no good. Spare tyres. Radio, yeah, some spare parts and tools in there. So I'll clean this car up and work out what parts we need and order the parts on eBay, I assume. Like I said before, we live a long way out of the city, a couple hundred k's from a model shop, so everything has to be bought online. So it takes a while to get things done. And as I mentioned in the other video, my son and I picked up this pile of planes and stuff. I think a lot of it's going to be junk, but we're going to get it together and work them out. So that'll be later on, but it's just foam, so I don't know if it'll be any good. Just using the little paintbrush here to sweep the dust out of this car, because it's just been sitting, it's got a lot of dust, and it's been sitting for quite a while. The engine's actually seized. I've removed the glow plug and filled it with a combination of Rostov Plus and ordinary CRC. And hopefully I can revive this motor, get it to turn over. I'll soak it for a day or two, and hopefully that might free it up. If not, she could be rooted, might have to pull it apart. And it seems that these are the batteries that have been in it the whole time, so I'm pretty impressed that there's any life at all in them. But the steering servo seems to be working. It's the throttle servo that is not working, so I'll have to order up another throttle servo. I think I've got a spare one here that might work, that I could try in the interim. But yeah, that should be okay. The only drama at the moment now is to get this motor to free up. I don't know how many years it's been sitting, but clearly it's been sitting for so long that it's seized the engine. So once I get that free, I'll have another go at it, see if we can get this thing going for him. My brother-in-law's all-wheel drive buggy. I don't even know what model it is. Don't know how long he had it. Never saw it run. I don't know anything about it. Let's learn together. Well, it's been over 24 hours now since I've put this Worth Rostov. I love this stuff. Really good penetrant. I put some of that down the barrel. Obviously removed the glow plug, poured it in there, had it sitting overnight. Came out just before and it was seized still, and I yanked, and now it's hard to do one-handed, but as you can see now, she's turns over. So what I did next was put a bit of new 25%. He sent me up with some of this stuff here, but it's that old, I don't think it'll even start a bonfire. So put some 25% in here, use my little glow plug igniter, and yeah, second pull, away she went. But the issue was she went straight to red line, even though the servo's no good. I've noticed now that the carby slide is seized on the edge of the carby there. So as soon as it fires up, it goes straight to red line, and she's yeah, no good, so I'll have to try and work it out, pull that slide apart somehow. I don't know anything about RC cars, as we've probably already worked out by now. I'm learning as I go. And also, I just got one of these Traxxas servos that I bought the other day, and I tried that in the throttle servo port, and I've confirmed that that servo will work. I've bought another one online. I think it's a 15 kilo one, so it'll be a bit heavier. Might be better for a steering servo. Might swap them out, because the steering servo on this seems pretty lazy. Could be flat battery set too yet, but now I'll pull this carby apart, get that going, swap those servos over, and at least it will be able to run. And that's easier than I thought. I pulled the air cleaner tube off, looked down inside, and it was wide open like that. So all I did was there's just a little bit of that slide visible. Just levered that with a screwdriver, and now it's all free. A little bit more of that Rostov Plus, and now she's sliding beautifully. That should be enough to get it going. I might see if I can prop this camera up and see if I can film it. I've got no tripod, camera, equipment gear. I'm just filming with an iPad in the shed, and it's a hot bloody night. Got a thunderstorm hopefully rolling in at some stage, so it's muggy as hell. And I think that we're going to get a thunderstorm. Hope we do. Lawns need it. So I don't know, hopefully you can see me properly. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. So I've got it set back to idle. Igniter in. Let's give it a go. Maybe it needs a little bit more. As you tell, she's eager to go. Servo change out, new batteries, new tyres. Safe to say this one's good to go back to my brother-in-law, Rob. That was easy, that was good. From a seized motor, seized throttle slide, we'll be able to get this one back to him and get him back into the hobby. You probably hear that on the roof there. The thunderstorms just rolled in to the west of us. Big smobs of rain at Port Augusta, so it's just going to be a wet night tonight. I decided to wait now until the new throttle servo arrives before putting this car back together, so at least now I've diagnosed what's wrong with it. We know to get a plan together. In that last clip you would have seen the sweat pouring out of me. The bloody humidity level and the heat went through the roof. Now it's not too bad in here now. A little bit of rain and a bit of breeze, it's come up good. So she's one thing left to do now is have a run, watch the lightning, listen to the thunder, and enjoy it. Enjoy a summer storm. So I'll see you in the next clip when we get the servo and put this car back together. Just put some fresh batteries in here. I think that steering servo is fairly lazy, and the new servo on the throttle seems to be pretty quick and responsive, so I might just swap them over. Perhaps put that new servo on the steering. That might be a bit quicker, and that servo there was the same as the one that was no good that came out, so that might be okay as the throttle servo, and this new one might be quicker and better for a steering. Give that a go. Righto, now we've got the new servos in. New servo on the steering, and the steering servo onto the throttle. And check out how much faster that's a lot faster than before. And the throttle, oh, it's got brakes too. I don't know too much about this car, so I'll get it going and give it a test drive. Might have to adjust that throttle servo horn position. These tyres are absolutely fucked, so I'll have to get a new set of tyres on it, but these should be right for now, I suppose. Have a look at them, they're absolutely smooth as. That's not a good thing.
What happened?
Don't know why that stopped.
Oh.
Well, it's not seized. We'll go back to the shed and have a look, won't we?
Yep.
Okay, mate. Yeah, mate. Why is it doing that, Max?
Don't know.
Still doing it.
That definitely needs to go to the shed.
We need to do some tuning, don't we?
Yep.
Yep.
Tuning up.
Carry it back.
Yep.
I'll bring body.
Can I stop?
Where'd that starter go, Tobes? Oh, this thing. I had it.
That way it's all clear. Has to be pink in that tube, doesn't it?
Yep.
Is the screw still in there?
Yeah. That's promising, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's better.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what I did.
That was a good sign. But I saw some sparks come out.
Sparks?
Yeah, I think.
Shouldn't be any sparks coming out.
No.
This is a good R-figure.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Nice as Uncle Frog.
Like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a wrap on the brother-in-law's car. Goes good. Needs a bit more tuning. I'm no expert on tuning, but it drives and it stops and does all the things. So I put a tank of fuel through it. He can have that back now and he can continue to tune that and play with it. Not a bad little car. I don't even know what breed it is. Seems to go pretty hard. Anyone recognise any of that on there or the stickers? I'm not too sure what it is. Don't even know where he's got it from or how long he's had it, but I think the battery's gone flat on that. But with the 25 kilo metal geared servo, well, I assume it's metal geared, the steering's a lot more responsive now. That should get him back into the game. So that was a good little fun project. And that's, he can put his own tyres on him and he can continue to do the tuning, because obviously I could tune it here and then the next day he wants to drive it, it'll need to be tuned again anyway, so that's up to him. Alright, no worries. Thank you for watching. Tune in next time.